Hi everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 3 with me, Sid, and if all goes well, today is the last day of my holiday, and I am flying back tonight. So, yeah, but let me just get myself into there, get into first person, eat my my wholesome breakfast. We have got a whole load of little things to do today, a whole absolute metric crap ton of little things to do. First of which is going to grab myself some more food to carry around with me while this is still somewhat usable and not rotten to the core. So we're not going to be working on anything specific off the list. We've got lots of little jobs. First of which is well, let's start out here, shall we? First of which is going to be, is this sugar cane ripe? That's the potatoes. Are the potatoes ripe? Because if the potatoes are ripe, we can harvest potatoes. And if they're not ripe, we can't. Okay, let me have a look. Mode. You are not ripe. Okay. They are, however, ripe. So, right. Well, we'll have the spuds, because why wouldn't we? Nice jacket spud for dinner, always nice, isn't it? Okay, and then we can just pop those down there. We're up a few. Some of this jute has, oops, oh, it's too cold and wouldn't survive very long. Okay, that's why it's all popping off, of course. Right, anyway, that's that is actually therefore in danger of not surviving, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, there's very little now. We have got to do something about this lot. That's my realistically needs to be my next objective. So let's go and what did I want these? There was a thing about potato. Oh, yes, that's why I wanted potatoes. Of course. It all becomes clear now. So if I go and split my potato into two piles and put those potatoes away, I don't want to make too much vodka. After all, you know, I've got to keep reasonably sober while I'm doing this. So you two can go away in there for now. Let me go and see, what do we like for barrels? I may need to make some more barrels at this rate. Your lime water. Ugh, don't want to use that. You are empty. Your vinegar, you're empty. Okay, there's one. There's two. Let me go and oh, all right, hang on. Let's make vodka, and we'll pop you in, and you can go there. And yeah, so that was one. Now the sugar cane was for rum, of course. So that was fine. That's going to make vodka. Okay, another little job done for the bar there. Right, chickens. Those chickens are becoming a right royal. What are you? Your plums. Okay. Becoming a right royal pain in the backside. So what we are going to do is we are going to make a tucker bag. Just a standard one. We're going to make two of these, which should be burlap cloth and jute fibre. Burlap we make with jute on a loom. So we're going to grab that. We need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Right, excellent. And then we'll weave these. I need to do another 2, and the objective here is quite simple. We're going to get a female chicken and a cockerel, or chicken and a cockerel. Female chicken, a chicken and a cockerel, and we are going to capture them in a tucker bag and stick them somewhere where they can no longer crow. And then we're going to butcher every other one of those little cluckers, like they deserve. So let me just get these done. and I'll be right back with you. All right, there we go. 1 and 2. Now I think we're going to have to do these in separate trips, more's the pity, but I mean, they're only chickens, so how hard can they be? But there you go. Let's go and get this one sorted. It's like there's just so many little jobs to do around the place, and yeah. Has that grown again? I don't know whether that's grown again. You know when you start getting paranoid about whether this is. It's only got two stages to go. Okay. Okay, chickens. I can't remember how these work. Hang on. Come on out. Come on. That's right. This would be a lot easier. Right. Okay, that's full. So that has got oh god, I'm just going to that was a cockerel, wasn't it? I got, yes it was. So let me just tidy and go and put that away. Where shall we put the cockerel? What would be we'll stick him out of the way, just somewhere safe. Oh, they're all right. They don't crow because they're just chickens. It's the cockerels that are the problem. And of course, because they're breeding cockerels, they crow more than most, shall we say. Okay, let me go in here and take that off. Now, with a bit of luck, that will go in. That's good. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of feathers at the end of this and a lot of bone, which is a shame because it's useless. Right. Next thing, let's go grab the next one, and then we can engage in extreme butchery. This is going to be this is going to take a while, I think. I won't do maybe a little butchery montage. I don't know, but first things first, we need a female. You're not here, are you? Oh, yes you were. You were there enough anyway. Okay. Okay. And die. Back in a mo. Alright, well that was a entertaining little murder spree. There are some birds still around, loose in the grounds. We've obviously got the other tucker bag, and I've taken the nest box up. I have also left, I'm just wondering. Let me just try something here. No, I don't want those. I want the eggs. Were you fertile? You're not fertile. Oh, hang on. I think... Oh, they're dead now. They're dead. Alright, doesn't matter. We'll let that one grow up because I'm feeling generous. Yeah. Anyway, he can live there all on his own. It's getting cold, so things are not going very well there. I've got more feathers than I know what to do with, so we'll just ditch these off, and similar for bones actually. I might, you know what, I've got loads of that as well. So no more cock-a-doodle-doo in the morning, which is going to be lovely. So that's another little job out of the way. Let me just check ice is okay. That was the chicken we got from, I didn't manage to pick it all up in time, there was so much of it. But yeah, it was extreme chicken murder. So yeah, well, that was entertaining for a brief moment, and what we shall do is we'll place these two in, so we should have now got a chicken in each of those, and they may die. I don't know whether they last in there indefinitely or not, whether it's like a stasis bag or stasis bag. But clearly my fruit has died on me. Great. And what I probably need to do is just check if I've got any fruit kicking around out here that I can pick just to salvage that. No, none at all. But it doesn't matter, because we're going to take this lot of blackberries. That's one pile of 10 blackberries we want. We also are going to want to, I'll probably not do that yet. Let me head over this way. So the next thing we need to think about, we've been talking about an orchard and stroke vineyard for a while, and it's about time we did something about it. So just see what we get, if any, from that. Probably, I'm not expecting a lot of saplings. I don't really care too much. This is chestnut, which is relatively available locally. We'll leave that to there. I'm thinking about maybe definitely this pow and pow. A little bit of sapling action. Don't mind if I do. Sapling on sapling. Yeah, so out this way we are going to try and get a plum orchard. Remember, we can make the fruit wine or fruit juice with plums, which we can't with any other fruit from a tree. So there's going to be a plum orchard, and we're going to have a vineyard. Now, it doesn't take a genius. I don't know what, what are you? You're hickory. Right, give me. I definitely want hickory saplings, because... any more? Any more? Come on. Come on. Damn it. Yeah, we can do that, I suppose. We'll probably not get one for after all of this. Oh, come here. No? Really? We're going to have to do it twice as much, aren't we? Like I say, we'll not get one. And yes, saw is probably the better tool, I know, but that's all right. We're gonna get these out of the way. You're hickory. Oh, you are hickory, right? In that case, and you're hickory too. But, oh no, that's not a cave. I was going to say, I don't remember there being a cave there. So the objective, first things first, is come on. No, am I going to have to do this again? I am, aren't I? For no gain, of course. So we're going to try and get a area set aside to make a vineyard, and ultimately a vintners, or you know, a winemakers, for want of a. Let's do it in proper technical speak. What are you? Pine leaves, you're fine. Yeah, doing proper technical terms, making a winemakers. And yeah, to that end, yeah, I'm not really bothered about that. We're going to need to do a bit of terraforming around out here. We're going to need to lower the land, raise the land, bring a path out, do all sorts of good and crazy things with this. And yeah, so that's going to be the thrust of this episode, so to speak. If you don't mind me using such a obviously quite violent phrase. It's actually interesting how words can actually inherently have their own inherent kind of violence to them, if you like. How many? We've got 15 blackberry bushes, so that's enough to do. Not enough. I need more. I wish there was a way to make those, or at least spread them. That would be ideal. Don't think we're going to get it now. It's a little bit late in the game for this version of TerraFirmaCraft, but there you go. But it'll do. We can get away with. I'm trying to think. We're one shy of. Let's have a look what else we got going on in here. 17 elderberries. I think we can possibly do it with elderberries as well. Although we don't. Yeah, they'll do for the effect. We don't obviously want them for the wine, even though you can make elderberry wine. But you know, I'm not gonna stand on what can and can't be done. So let me go and grab some dirt. We're going to do a little bit of, as I say, a little bit of terraforming. We're going to need to put a whole bunch of this stuff back and out the way around the place. What we got next? You are birch. Okay, birch. Okay, didn't have much birch at all. Hickory. If I were hickory, where would I be? I'd be there. I would be taking that off my hand straight off the bat, and then a whole pile of that goes down as well. Lovely. We need to get rid of some sticks. We need to get some dirt supplies, which we could probably get from the quarry. Is probably the best place to go for those. And we're going to want gravel. Let me drop off those sticks. Yeah, let me and then grab some stuff, and we'll see how we go from there. How's that going? You are not vodka yet. Damn it. How long does it take to make my vodka? Anyway, let me grab some stuff. Back in a minute. Sleeping. Listen, it's so peaceful. Oh man, that was well worth it. Well worth mass butchery of all those chickens. I am getting steadily making some progress on this dig, if you like. I do need to go, however, and find myself some dried fruit, because obviously my fruit has run out on my sandwiches, and my sandwiches are starting to get a little bit right, there you go. Trim the decay off of those, and just in case somebody asks, because often you'll do these things, and obviously back in episode AD 24, whatever, seems like an age ago, I will have said, oh, if you want to trim your decay off, then what you can do is you can put them in your thing and just hit the D key, and everybody's like, oh, handy, or yes, we knew that, let's not talk about it, we know, whatever it may be. You know, we can definitely manage the decay on these things just with the D key. But of course, then I come and do the same thing again. Oh dear. And people are like, how did you do that? And it's like, well, I pressed the D key. I said like 30, 50, 100 episodes ago how I did it. But so yeah, so if you want to know, D key. So what we got, I've got the land is starting to take shape out here. We have got all of this to dig up and replace. I'm going for rock and not for smooth stone for this one, because I want to get cobblestone walls. I was hoping, and I did a little bit of experimenting with a pair of shears in a creative world, that you could, even though you can't place leaf blocks, you could shear them. You can't, which means there is no, because it had occurred to me that if you could do that, if you could shear the leaf blocks off and get them, you know, for use later, I should realistically also take I'm going to leave the path, I think, now until I know exactly how we're laying this out. But yeah, it occurred to me that if I could shear them, then I could perhaps, maybe, if I was really lucky, use the carpenter's blocks to place them in for carpenter's barriers to get fences, hedges. Unfortunately, no such luck. So hedges are going to be not a thing, which really does cripple you. The use of foliage in building, especially for me, is well established, and the fact that I can't use it is going to cause me no end of grief, because how do I put all down that extra bush that we need and so richly need and deserve and desire? We just can't do it, which is a pain in the backside. But you know, as far as I'm aware, there's no trickery that I can use to do that, short of giving myself the leaf block creatively. But I don't want to do that, because that is pushing it a little bit. You know, it's one thing when there's a mod that allows you to circumvent it, or is it? I don't know. I'm never. When you start talking about the comparative morality of what is cheaty and what isn't, is the fact that we use a mod to do something a cheaty mechanism. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, and I'm not going to touch it with somebody else's, to be honest. But yeah, so I'm going to continue getting this done. Now, as I say, there is a reason why I want to get these vineyards in now, and that is we are at something like 110 episodes in now. We've still got a little bit of the high-tech stuff, the blue steel to do. We've got to do some more armor and things. Got quite a few things to do around the settlement that I want to do before we wrap this series up. But this one needs doing. This one needs doing now, because ultimately we are going to want the trees and the bushes to grow and fruit and get their crops and stuff, and they ain't going to do that if I do it like, you know, the episode before the final episode. And I know it's always a sad thing when we start talking about coming to the end of the line, but you know, it's the nature of the beast. These games are certainly the TFC is a finite beastie. You know, there comes a point where there's no real challenge anymore. You just keep on doing what you're doing, and once I've got all the rest of my armor upgraded and my tools upgraded and all the other stuff, you know, there's not much left to do. So yeah, I mean, it happens. But on the flip side, it does mean that we get to start an entirely new series, which I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do yet. It will be TerraFirmaCraft for definite, and I'm thinking about one of these things like TechnoFirmaCraft or one of the pre-made packs. See how that goes. I've not really played any of those packs, and I'm not sure how they play comparatively to vanilla TFC, but yeah, that's a possibility where we'll end up going. Anyway, I have got more ground to clear, more ground to fill, and I will be back with you in a little while. Well, I knew this quarry would come in handy. It's provided me with a hell of a lot of raw materials. I'm just using the barrels at the moment, but it's clear to me that this is a bigger project than one episode's worth. So this episode, I think we're going to be preparing the ground, thinking about what I want to do around the area, because this is getting quite a large expanse. I think it needs to be bigger. I think we probably need to be over to about here, and as you can see, I've already gone through, well, I've already used a full barrel of dirt plus all the dirt that I dug up, just getting this bit filled in. So getting across to the point where probably down like this. I'm going to try and keep a bit of the natural shape of this terrain, and then we've got this lot as well, just because, of course, why would you want life easy when you now normally, and as anybody who watches me, I am not a big fan of flattening terrain. I really am not, because typically, very typically, we don't do that in the real world. You know, if you go to a field, you don't find the field has got this sudden like plumb line neatness to it. It's not that tidy. So if I start thinking maybe here, coming across like this again, yeah, it doesn't have the flat. You know, you can put a spirit level on it and not, or you can stick a ball on it and not watch it roll away. That's just not the way nature works. Nature is messy. Whoops. So consequently, I'm quite happy to, generally speaking, fit within the curve of the terrain. The problem is when that doesn't work with the rules of the game you're playing very well. So, for example, normally in Minecraft we can get away with all sorts with this terrain, and well, as you've already seen, you know, I've dug into that hill there. I'm quite happy to dig things in. That is not a problem. But the way that the fruit trees grow is somewhat problematic, because they will lose leaves off the edge if they're obstructed, and that is something I don't want, because I want those to be maximising the growth of them, have very ordered, structured orchard. So for this one I'm quite happy, and I am obviously doing a certain amount of flattening, doing quite a lot of flattening actually, as it happens. So then from here what we're going to probably be doing is something along these lines here, and then that will give us a really fairly hefty flattened a fairly hefty flattened area to work with. Now there is space over here to expand, and I'm thinking maybe the vineyard or the vintner's house can be over this way, probably butting up against one of these hills. I may try and get a waterfall, and maybe even put a river, and maybe have the river submerge and come out somewhere. Now we can move water around. We really do need to start using that, because I've not really exploited that red bucket beyond some very simple exploits. I mean, very simple exploits as well. They're not, none of them rocket science. So yeah, that's, I think, is where we're going to head off to. I have still got a reasonable amount of dirt, so I'm not desperately worried at this stage about running out of the building materials. Although it will leave me pretty much cleaned out of dirt, I think, by the time we've finished doing this. God knows how many. I don't even know what year we're on now. 10 years in game years. It's not bad. That's not bad going at all. What's that, about 11 episodes to a year, give or take? I know it's not that clean, but you know, not bad at all. I suppose we should go and sleep and stuff. So I've got a little bit of work to finish off, and I'll probably do that between episodes and get this path in. But that gives us a fairly good sized flat area to work a vineyard in. I may bring I'm wondering whether to actually then have the river gush out this way. We can bring it down the side here. Use this natural valley into that pond maybe, who knows. But there's so many possibilities now, and I'm just overawed by them, I think. It's very easy to be overawed by possibilities. So yeah, let's just sleep quickly. We'll continue on with that, and then, as I say, we can start on getting the actual orchard planted. Start the next episode. We can think about a vineyard and all of the associated things that go with it. Other builds I want to do, I want to get an aqueduct to bring in. So what I'm thinking is that we will take this little well out here and we will change that out up for a well stroke water feature out here with an aqueduct bringing the water in and maybe channeling it. I don't know where from. I mean, over there would seem... It doesn't actually have to be a natural water source. It can just be, you know, water. So, yeah. Not sure there, either. Getting there. It's just so many things I want to do. And actually plenty of time, realistically, I suppose, if we're thinking about it. What was I doing? I was going to go to the bar. Well, what I was actually going to do... So I was going to go and check. You're fresh water, you are vodka, you're sealed. So take one of these down. I can bring the other one down off camera, that's not a problem. Let's go and see how Dave and I forget her name now. Dave's one of those, just a barman name that is so easy to remember, and any barman out there who've called Dave, I apologise. This is not, I don't mean to trivialise your name, but hey, hi Dave, how you doing? Come here, get out of the way, Dave. Dave, come on. Thank you. Get out of the way. Get out the way. Okay, and bump vodka. Bump and bump. There we go. Let's get unseal. Okay, 1, 2, we have 3, and that'll do us. Seal it up. Yep, it's very cloudy vodka, it has to be said. But, you know, put a size on your chest. Cheers, Dave. Oh, and Gertrude. How are you doing, Gertrude? And bottoms up. But until next time, anyway, I think we're going to call it an episode of that. I'm going to grab some more dirt from my storeroom down here, just go and finish off that bit. And next episode, we'll get in there, we'll start really mucking in and getting some building done down there. With I'm not going to get a lot of this, am I? If I do, oh, and I've got a bottle on me as well. God damn it, I meant to grab a whole load of this, and all I've really grabbed is a very small quantity. Oh well, no worries. So yeah, till next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Hopefully we'll get some rum next time as well, if we're lucky. These seeds have been popping off though, and I'm not sure whether they are growing anymore or not. You still got 2 growth stages to go. Bum, I think is the word. But much quieter without those chickens anyway. So until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now.